In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on June 25, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Chicago Cubs versus St. Louis Cardinals. The Chicago Cubs battle it out with their arch nemesis, the St. Louis Cardinals, in the second game between heated rivals. The teams are at opposite ends of the National League Central spectrum at the moment, with St. Louis tied for first and the Cubs buried 12 games back. Chicago sprang an upset in the opener Friday night with a 3-0 victory behind 7.1 masterful innings from Kyle Hendricks and a 2-run blast from Nico Hoerner. The Cards turned to Miles Mikolas on Saturday as they look to even the series. The Cubs will counter with Adrian Sampson. Chicago played the Pirates this week, losing 3 of 4 games in a high-scoring series. On Friday versus the Cards, the Cubs posted 2 runs in the second and held on for the 3-0 shutout victory. Starter Kyle Hendricks finished on 7.1 innings, 5 hits and 1 walk. For the starter job in the Saturday matchup, the Cubs will send out Adrian Sampson. In his 2 appearances so far, Sampson has a clean ERA with 5.2 innings, 3 hits, no walks, and 5K. Over on the Cardinals side, they managed to split a 4-game series with the Brewers this week. On Friday, St. Louis had 5 team hits along the way to the defeat. Andre Pallante went 6 innings in the start with 3 earned on 7 hits and 3 walks. Miles Mikolas will take the mound for the Cardinals on Saturday. Across his 14 starts this year, Mikolas is 5-5 with a 2.64 ERA. Over 88.2 innings total, he has 68 hits, 26 earned, 18 walks, and 69 Kelvin. After getting blanked on Friday, look for a potent St. Louis offense to wake up against an unproven Adrian Sampson making his first start of the season. Despite a strong showing in the series opener, Cubs pitching has been an unmitigated disaster of late, allowing 7.7 runs per game over their last 14 contests. That, combined with St. Louis' top 6 scoring offense, should spell trouble early and often. Look for big games from the middle of the order, including Goldschmidt and Arenado. The Cards have been good at home with an 8-3 record in their last 11 at Busch. The Cubs, meanwhile, are still just 4-14 in their last 18 games and need to do a lot more to prove they have truly busted out of their recent funk. The Cubs have been a disaster, especially this month, so the St. Louis Cardinals money line is our full game side pick. The Cardinals boast one of the stronger lineups in baseball, ranking well inside the top 10 in runs scored and team batting average. They will have their way with Sampson and a series of Cubs relievers on Saturday. Look for their top 6 scoring offense to blitz a staff that has conceded nearly 8 runs per game over the last 2 weeks. Expect Mikolas to deliver another strong effort, but this Cubs offense has proven they have some pop, ranking 14th in OPS. They will scratch out a few runs here. The over is 6-3-1 in the Cards' last 10, a trend that will continue here. The Cubs pitching continues to be exploited. They have surrendered 5 or more runs in 7 out of their last 10 games, and the over has been the common trend as a result. In addition, the Cardinals offense continues to shine, and they have accumulated 33 runs in their 6 games against the Cubs this season. They should add on late runs against a Cubs pen that ranks 27th overall with a 4.7 ERA. The over is 5-2 in the Cardinals' last 7 home games. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Nationals versus Texas Rangers. The Washington Nationals will go on the road as they take on the Texas Rangers at Globe Life Field. Josiah Gray will be the starting pitcher for the Nationals. Dane Dunning is expected to take the mound for the Rangers. The Texas Rangers have scored 12 runs in their last 3 games and 4 or more runs in 5 of their last 10 games. The Rangers have won 7 of their last 8 games when scoring 4 or more runs. Adolis Garcia leads the Rangers with 68 hits and 46 RBI, while Nathaniel Lowe and Marcus Semien have combined for 129 hits and 55 RBI. Matt Bush gets the ball, and he is 2-1 with a 4.21 ERA and 34 strikeouts this season. This will be Bush's second career game against the Nationals. The Washington Nationals have scored 5 runs in their last 3 games and 3 or fewer runs in 7 of their last 9 games. The Nationals have lost 8 of their last 10 games when scoring 3 or fewer runs. Cesar Hernandez leads the Nationals with 79 hits and 18 RBI, while Josh Bell and Michael Franco have combined for 146 hits and 77 RBI. Josiah Gray gets the ball, and he is 6-4 with a 3.95 ERA and 73 strikeouts this season. This will be Gray's first career game against the Rangers. The Nationals have been one of the worst teams in the league this season, but did win a low-scoring game on Friday night. The pitching has been an issue for Washington, who has 29th ranked ERA in all of baseball. Josiah Gray has been very good in his last 4 starts, allowing 2 earned runs over 22 innings of work. For the Rangers, Matt Bush is tentatively lined up to start in what would be a bullpen game. The Texas Rangers are the better team, but they're going in with a bullpen game, and Matt Bush has been rough this month, allowing 9 hits and 5 runs in his last 8 innings. While the Washington Nationals have no offense to speak of, Josiah Gray has been terrific as of late, allowing 9 hits and 1 earned run in his last 17 innings. In 33.1 innings on the road, Gray has a 1.89 ERA and .181 allowed batting average. The Nationals are worth a look here. I really like how Gray has pitched for the Nationals lately, so the Washington Nationals money line is our full game side pick. Washington has had a lack of power this season, as they are bottom 5 in the league in home runs. They will have a difficult time accumulating hits on Dane Dunning on the road. Dunning has allowed 3 hits or less in each of the last 3 home starts. In 7 home starts, he has a 3.02 ERA, 0.98 WHIP, and opposing batters are hitting .195 against Dunning. He has allowed 2 earned runs or less in 6 out of 7 home starts this year. Texas has been poor on offense this season. They are bottom 10 or hovering around the bottom 10 in the league in hits, RBI, batting average, OBP, and OPS. This will be a lower scoring game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Oakland Athletics versus Kansas City Royals. The 2 worst teams in the American League meet Saturday afternoon as the Kansas City Royals host the Oakland A's. The Royals are dead last in the American League Central, while the A's are dead last in the American League West. This is the second game of a 3-game series. The Royals are slated to start Brad Keller, while the A's counter with Jared Koenig. Oakland is 2-7 in their last 9 road games and 13-39 in their last 52 games overall, while the over is 4-1-2 in their last 7 Saturday games. Kansas City is 35-78 in their last 113 games against the American League West and 4-10 in their last 14 home games, while the under is 5-0 in their last 5 games against a team with a winning percentage below .400. Each of these guys picked up a win over the weekend last week when these teams met in Oakland. In the grand scheme of things, that might not mean all that much. I get why the plus money would be worth a look here after Koenig's start against Kansas City was their lone win in their last 7 games. But the problem for me is that Jared Koenig's struggles in his young career have come in his road starts. Brad Keller's had issues, but the stuff is there, it's just a matter of executing. I think he can against this fairly soft-hitting A's lineup. The A's continue to find new ways to lose and fail to generate much of anything in the way of an offensive attack. The Royals should generate enough offense to get by an Oakland team starved when putting runs on the board. So the Kansas City Royals money line is our full game side pick. Oakland has seen the under post a 35-29-7 record on the season going into Friday night. The A's are 29th in runs per game with 3.1 per contest. That number climbs to 3.83 runs per game on the road, which is still just 26th in the majors. Oakland's average total this season is 7.73 runs per game, and that climbs up to 8.77 runs per contest on the road. Kansas City comes into Friday night with the over having posted a 34-33-1 mark in their 50 contests. The Royals are 27th in the majors in runs per game as they put up an average of 3.84 runs a night this season. Kansas City is 28th in runs per game at home as they average a paltry 3.42 runs a contest. Their average total this season is 9.02 runs per game, a number that falls to 8.54 runs per game at home. The A's offense is at an all-time bad, just awful. The Royals aren't much better, but they definitely have more talent up and down their lineup. Both of these starters had their way with the opposing teams when they faced them just last weekend as Koenig blanked the Royals and Keller blanked the A's. I look for more of the same here as these two pitchers will look like Pedro Martinez against these offenses. The under is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings between these two teams. Also, the under is 3-0-1 in the Athletics' last 4 games versus a team with a winning percentage below .400 and 7-1 in the Royals' last 8 games overall. Given how both teams have struggled to put runs on the board, it's tough to have faith in these teams generating much offense. Look for the game to fall short of the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.